Here's the part that no one warns Salesforce admins about. The better that you get, the more invisible you become. Not because you're small, not because your work is minor, but because the design of your Salesforce admin role hides the very brilliance that keeps the company alive. And if you don't understand this paradox, it will eat at your confidence, your identity, and your career. Let's talk about it. I saw a comment this morning online. It said, Salesforce mostly runs itself. My stomach dropped. Not because it's ignorant, but because it accidentally exposes the entire problem. You see, people believe that the system runs itself because you, as a Salesforce admin, run it so well that they never feel the turbulence. They don't see the scaffolding. They don't see the orchestration. They don't see the preemptive fixes, the cleanup, the logic rewrites, the governance decisions, the data triage. They only see the calm surface. And the calm creates a very dangerous story. If nothing is breaking, nothing required effort. That's the paradox. Your excellence erases the evidence that you were essential. Let me tell you about an admin that I coached recently. I'll call her Keisha. Every week, she ran quiet pre-flight checks on mission-critical processes. No one asked her. No one even knew she did it. She simply understood how fast one missed dependency could sink forecasting, compliance, or revenue. One cycle, she caught a reporting issue that would have derailed an entire board presentation. 3 days before the freeze, she fixed it. She cleaned up the data. She rebuilt the formulas. She stabilized the entire chain. The executives saw a clean report. They saw order. They saw reliability. What they did not see was that it had been seconds away from disaster. And I asked her, did leadership thank you? She laughed. David, they never even knew I touched it. That's the emotional violence of this role. If you save the day early, you don't get applause. You get erased. This isn't just organizational dysfunction. It's human wiring. We notice the pain. We notice the friction. We notice failure. We do not notice stability. Smoothness doesn't trigger gratitude. It triggers assumptions. It must be simple. It must run on its own. We don't need more resources. It can't be that hard. And here's the truth. A stable Salesforce org is a living organism held together by invisible labor. Salesforce does not run itself. It runs on you, your pattern recognition, your foresight, your risk analysis, your ability to prevent the fire before anyone smells smoke. Your best work disappears on purpose. And that's why they don't see you. Let me name what you actually do. You are an early warning system. You're a risk analyst, a process architect, a data integrity guardian, a business continuity operator. You're a silent protector of revenue forecasting, compliance, and customer experience. You're running the air traffic control tower of the entire business and they assume the planes are landing themselves. But this isn't incompetence, it's ignorance. They've never seen your work because you intercepted the disaster before it had a chance to introduce itself. Here's where this gets dangerous. When your work is invisible for long enough, you start disappearing in your own mind too. You start wondering, does any of this matter? Why am I exhausted but unrecognized? Why does no one understand what I'm carrying? You begin shrinking to fit their version of you. But let me say this clearly. Invisible labor is still labor. And invisible brilliance is still brilliance. The absence of chaos is not luck. It's your competence in disguise. The emptiness that you feel is not failure. It's the loneliness of carrying responsibility that no one else understands. So here's the shift. Stop waiting for recognition to validate your contribution. Start recognizing the leadership that you have been practicing all along. Because once you see the truth that your invisible labor is actually strategic labor, you stop internalizing their blindness as a measurement of your worth. You stop believing the myth that ease means effortless. You start naming what you prevented, what you protected, what you stabilized, and what you saved, even if no one witnessed it. You are not invisible because you're unimportant. You're invisible because you're early. You're ahead of the problem. You're out front, making sure that the chaos never arrives. Heroes who arrive early rarely get applause, but that doesn't make them any less heroic. If everything works, you did that. If no one knows you did it, that just proves how good you are at your job. Tell me in the comments, where did this hit you? Where have you been the invisible backbone of an entire business? Your story matters, even when no one in your company sees it yet.